Why haven't there been any LEGO architecture sets released so far in 2023? And what lies ahead for the LEGO architecture theme? Sure, there was a LEGO architecture promotion released earlier this year, but we still have not received a proper set. Why is that? To answer that question, it's crucial that we take a look at the history of LEGO architecture, as well as analyze whether or not the theme aligns with LEGO's current mission and strategy. LEGO architecture was created by Adam Reed Tucker, a Chicago-based architect who in 2006 began creating models of iconic American buildings and skyscrapers out of LEGO. The real estate recession at this time had brought about a turning point in Adam's career, and he wanted to design models of iconic American landmarks to re-engage public interest in these buildings, choosing LEGO as it was a medium accessible to many. After a trip to Toys R Us that saw him leave the store with 11 shopping carts full of LEGO, Adam began to refamiliarize himself with the brick, and he eventually started making large-scale models of iconic buildings. These models were much larger than the architecture sets we know today, as he'd take these massive 5, 6, 7 feet tall creations to various LEGO events. One of these models, his 2-meter tall Empire State Building, caught the eye of the LEGO Group's new business group, who saw the potential for creating smaller models to sell to customers. Very quickly, Adam Reed Tucker got to work designing small-scale models, 2 of which were released as semi-prototypes for the LEGO architecture theme. These 2 creations, micro-scale models of the Sears Tower and the John Hancock Center, served as a sort of trial run for the relationship Adam had begun with the LEGO Group, as they were published by LEGO in collaboration with Adam's Brick Structures Incorporated in 2008. These 2 prototype sets were limited to 1,250 copies each, and nowadays they sell for just under $1,000. Sealed, of course. Believe it or not, I was actually lucky enough to pick up a sealed John Hancock Center for only $30 back in 2015 or 2016 when I actually had the opportunity to meet Adam Reed Tucker at a local library. These 2 prototypes later became the first architecture sets, hitting shelves later that year, and from there on out, LEGO began releasing multiple architecture sets every year. From 2008 to 2012, Adam Reed Tucker played a role in designing all of the architecture sets, with the exception of Villa Savoy and Big Ben. Most of these were designed in collaboration with Steen Sig Andersen, a designer that's been with the LEGO Group for over 30 years. After Adam Reed Tucker left the theme, he continued working as a LEGO certified professional. As the years went on, the architecture theme continued to create more and more international landmarks, and a new designer, Rosalind Kobe, another former architect, joined the team. In addition, starting in 2016, the architecture theme began releasing sets depicting skylines of cities from all across the globe. Things were going great for architecture, and heading into the 2020s, it looked like the LEGO architecture theme was ready to experience another decade of success. But just 3 short years later, here we stand, wondering when and if we'll even get one architecture set this year. How did this happen? 2020 saw LEGO architecture release 3 sets. There was a Tokyo skyline set, a build depicting Dubai's skyline, and a brand new White House build. 2020 was another good year for architecture, but 2021 was where things began to go wrong. That year, fans received only one set, the Taj Mahal, which wasn't released until June. This was the first time in LEGO Architecture's then 13-year history that the theme put out only one set in a calendar year. Yeah, things were bad. While 2 architecture sets did come out the next year, with the Singapore Skyline set in January and the Great Pyramid of Giza in June, 2022 was the first time since 2014 that only 2 sets had come out in a year for architecture. Judging from the lack of any new architecture sets so far this year, it's evident that this current trend of a lack of architecture releases is not ending anytime soon, as even though a new architecture set may be releasing this summer, it would be the only architecture set to come out this year. In my opinion, the current lack of architecture releases is a direct result of the creation and success of the LEGO Icons theme. LEGO Icons was launched in 2020 as a theme with a variety of unlicensed and licensed sets, all targeted towards adults. The theme replaced the Creator Expert theme and has been one of LEGO's fastest growing themes in terms of the number of sets released. Similar to architecture, this theme is heavily marketed towards adults, and I'm starting to think that the success of Icons may have caused LEGO to shift focus from architecture to another adult-oriented theme. After all, Icons has a much higher ceiling than architecture, no questions asked. Icons is a theme that has allowed LEGO to easily acquire different licenses, and also features much more expensive builds. What backs up this theory even more is the fact that Kobe, architecture's lead designer, has also been working on sets belonging to the Icons theme, most notably the Eiffel Tower and the Colosseum. So, what lies ahead for LEGO architecture? I believe that LEGO architecture will eventually be replaced by a new lineup of mini-scale architectural sets that are released under the LEGO Icons theme. By ditching the architecture theme, LEGO could also begin to produce more licensed mini-scale sets, as I believe the Executor Super Star Destroyer set released earlier this month marks the beginning of LEGO's journey into creating more licensed mini-scale sets. At the same time though, I wouldn't be surprised if architecture simply ends. With LEGO struggling with so many issues related to shelf space, it may just be easier and simply make more sense to end architecture. It's had a fantastic run these past 15 years, and it may be best for the company to move on to other projects, instead of trying to revive a theme which seems like it may be on its way out.